Welcome back to the channel, everybody. As you can see, catastrophe has struck. All of our little awards went away. I hope they fixed that because those were really neat. It is what it is. So today I think what we'll do is we have another major assembly line to put together that is going to involve plates and more screws. So we'll do a little bit of math on that. Won't be too bad. But in order to help with that, I have gone out and found in the world way over there quartz. Quartz is going to do a few things for us. But as you can see, when we look at this map, there is no quartz around us. The quartz is way over here. So I ran all the way over there, dodging, ducking, diving, all that. You can see how far out this pulse goes, but this is that starting biome, and there's just no quartz. So, like I said, grass fields is okay to begin stuff with, and you're going to have impure nodes like we're dealing with here, and it'll keep the factory small, and via extension, it's going to keep this small. But a larger or better nodes, so you can imagine if that's going double the resources, it's going to double up all of this and double up all the power draw as well. So then you'll need even more of that. And I was thinking about that too, on how to expand this if you needed to. I cheated a little because you'll notice I made 3 here and 3 here. Now, why did I pick 6? Well, it's because these guys can be split evenly into 3s, right? So that made it easy. And then, of course, if I only use 2 legs, I can split it between these 2. But well, let's say I wanted to do 3 more. Well, that would actually be simple, if maybe a little ugly. What I could do is make 3 more. Of course, I don't have the wire for it. But I could split it out of this one with the raised belt. Mouse wheel moves it around, and you can make these guys go pretty high if you wanted to. That's true spaghetti. But I could run it that way. Make 3 more of these guys over there. Like I said, I don't have the wire for it. Tell you what, I'll fix that in 1 second. Welcome back. That should have been hopefully not so jarring to watch. So once again, because I can split this into another leg of 3, nice and easy. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll take another splitter. Won't go quite so OCD this time. I promise. And now we just need to connect these 3 over here to this. We can do it a little clippy for the sake of time. So now, 280. And of course, this is going to fill up pretty fast because those other lines are doing nothing. So almost all of this is coming in. You'll see every once in a while there'll be a gap because something shifted on one of these 6. And it made a belt move, which stole 1 out of the line, because you'll see the line's perfectly good there. It's rare that it happens, but What this will actually do is actually make it burn even slower. Believe it or not. And once again, I was cheating whenever I did it. See how that one did that? So now we should have a gap. Yep. A couple of them actually moved. Figures when I'm not looking. That's why we have gaps here. This belt or that belt. Grab some. All right. So now let's talk about the dreaded overclocking. So we unlocked in the last episode a power shard. And what he does is you can actually get these shards and put them in here, and you can increase the output of a device. Now, there is a downside to this. So instead of 60 a minute, I can bump this up to 150%. If I had more power shards, I could go up to 250. But what ends up happening, though, is I can increase this from 60 to 90 at 150%. The problem is I have to give it power for it to update this key right here. But your megawatts is going to increase. Now, would you think it would only increase 50%? That would be 7.5, right? It's actually not going to. It's going to increase quite a bit more. Come on, give me a poll to go to. Thank you. It went to 8.5. Now, you can do this on any device. If I wanted to, I could increase a smelter. I could throw in a power shard. Remember, this is from the slugs. I could do it on a constructor. I could even do it on an assembler. Right? But the power draw is the problem. Now, in this early stage of the game, it's real easy to do that, and then you'll get punished for it pretty severely by using all your electricity. Now, if I just double click, I can take it out and it'll go back down to that. So you can see it's not a straight line as you increase it. If you bump it to 50% more, it'll go just 50% more power. It actually increases. So it can get dangerous. Oh yeah. I forgot to show you this. Your light also changes color to this whitish bluish color instead of a regular green like it normally would be. And the reason why, well, I just got stopped up. The reason why is it's an easy way for you to be up on a perch and look around at all your lights and go, hey, that one has got a problem there. That you can just see. Like I can tell that this whole plate line is stopped up. So that's all that all works. Okay. Let's get over here. Like I said, I went out and got some quartz before I got distracted, and I got a lot of quartz. So let's go ahead and work down this quartz tree. Research that. I just brought it all back to base.
Completed. Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
That was short and sweet. I didn't even get a chance to take a drink while she was talking. And then we have crystalline quartz, quartz crystal. And it'll give us item shop stuff.
Research completed. Quartz crystal recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Man, she's a chatterbox this time, isn't she? So these are what I'm really wanting to get to. It's 50 and 10 of those, which we haven't started making yet. And then 200 of those to give us 6 more inventory slots, which we'll definitely appreciate. What was it? 10 of those? That's easy enough. Now you'll notice this combined gives you 2. That's why we're jumping in multiples of 2. It's rare that any of these actually does that. Most of the time it's you combine something, you get one. This is one of the very few exceptions. And then if we go down to silica, can't do that yet. Quartz. I need 50 silica. I need 250 silica. All right, let's go ahead and throw in all of our extras. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. And we also have alien technology. No, we don't. Okay. Thought the Mercer spheres were going to come into play. Guess not. All right. Now let's go down here. We have plenty that we can do. So this is another instance where it'll combine them, and instead of getting one, you're going to get 5. So this won't take quite as long as feared, but will take a little bit of time. Okay. Come to Papa. All right.
Blade runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it.
Thanks, Ada. What did that say? 20 or 30? I can't remember. We'll do 30 just to be safe. And I forgot what that was. I glanced at it and didn't retain it. Was it only 4? I swear that used to be more. Nope, only 4. Or 3. Right, well, I have 1 left over. Perfect. All right. So this is me sprinting. And then jumping from a standstill. Get about to that first seam. Should look straight ahead. All right. If we throw these puppies on. Yeah. Now we're talking. And then I can really move with these. That's not even doing my crouch jump. Crouch jump really launches you now. I know, just what you needed me to move faster. About time, right? All right. We are going to do a lazy, lazy way to do things here. Boom. We are going to make this make silica. It's radar technologies and high quality display screens. Well, I'm more interested in making glass right now. Thank you very much. And here comes the lovely silica. All right. Well, that's doing it. Like I said, lazy, right? You got to worry about it too much. And then we can come back and grab those inventory slots later on. I don't want to sit there waiting for it. Got to get used to my new jump height. Whee! I'm used to always jumping into the over the lip to get into the hub. Okay. So let's game this out a little bit. What we'll end up doing, I could throw this into here. If I had another one, I could go 200%. Now, I wouldn't want to go more than 200%. Why? Because once again, I am a victim of the technology of my times. The best bet I've got is 120 resources a minute. So, what we can do is lose our minds. There we go. Crafting bench. Because I actually have 3 slugs I went out and grabbed. Thanks to the object scanner. I was able to just walk around and grab a few more slugs. Now, the problem with this also is going to be, yes, our power draw is more. I could throw a third one in here, bump this puppy all the way up. Oh, I don't have a belt that's going to be able to handle 150 a minute. So it's really a waste of electricity. That's going to be the problem that we're going to run into. Look, 16.8 megawatts. I mean, that's a heck of a jump. 12.5. It should only be double. It should only be 10, right? But no, we're going to get to that. So that's going to be quite a bit. I'm going to turn him off so he's not draining electricity from our infrastructure here. So the first thing we're going to end up doing is putting a splitter in. So we'll go ahead and do the 120. Remember, I can't use the Mark 1 belt. I'm going to have to go to the Mark 2. And that uses these plates. So I can't go crazy with them. I don't have a production line. It's what I'm going to try and set up here. So that'll set that up. Now at this point, it's being split to smelters. Now smelters only need 30 a minute. Well, now that's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 4 of them. So what I'm going to actually do is split it off like this. And like this. Really, I should be putting out these guys first. You know what? This building on level ground is killing me, Smalls. It really is. So, ugh. All right. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, nothing says you have to go left and right. See, I went front and side. Nothing says you have to go a specific direction. Now, since I copied those from an iron place, these should be iron already. So that's 30, 30, 30, and 30. Perfect. So now we need to figure out, it's a 30 to 20 ratio. Okay. Here's where the dreaded math comes in. 30, and you need 60 screws. So I could do 30 and 30 per. That means I need 120 screws. So if I did 2 on the left for the plates, all right, now the plates are done. And I can make 2 of these. You're going to go through a lot of these plates. Now, if you do 60 and 60, that's 120. So majestic. 30 plus 30 is 60. These things making rods would be split twice. So you'd have 4 of these, right? 30 and 30 would be 2 of them. 30 and 30 would be another 2. So you're getting 30, 60 rods. Okay. Now let's see how many screws we're going to end up getting. 60 rods. We need 120 screws total. So that means it would be 6 of these guys. So 10 divided by 60. And then 6 times 4. Remember, you can use your calculator. which is going to be 240. Well, hell, that's double what we needed. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So since we are limited a lot in how far to the left and right we go by all of these machines we're about to have to build, because this is going to be 1-in-1. That's easy. And that's already. Like I said, it's ugly. And it's too close. What I'm doing is holding down the left control key to see if I can lock him in place. And if the plate will work, the plate will work. If the plate don't work, then, well, we'll move it. Okay. So there's that. See, look, we're already up against this rock. Okay. And then these are going to need 4 of these things. 2 each. Man. Okay. Come way over here and just try to get them crushed in. Not going to have enough room, are we? Can't even get 2 of them in here. Okay. What we'll do, let's see if we can split them up. Man, it's going to look... So this is what we call spaghetti, for sure. For stinking sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is going to be atrocious. But you know what? If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. So like I said, I want to rip everything down and start it off on foundations. But as technology gets better and better, you notice that this guy is called a minor Mark 1. You get Mark 2s and Mark 3s as well. And of course, it doubles your production. So then I could actually take those slugs out of that and just replace it with a better miner. But then I could rebuild everything as well. So, once again, this is ugly part of the game. Gotta love it. I told you, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Spaghetti time. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, and then we're gonna have to go into 4 more. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. All right, we're going to merge just like we did earlier. Put him there. And we can merge it into clippy, clippy, clippy. All right. So now that should be, what did we say? Whoa, over jump. 15 and 15 is 30. And then each of these needs 10. So it's going to be a section of 3 and then another section of 3. Man, do I even have room to get you around here? No. No. I guess I'll go up and over. As you can see, I do not organically, or I do not plan this out for these videos. I am literally just coming in here in order to throw in the throw it down, and where the chips land, the chips land. I didn't plan on this being a major base or anything like that. I just found the nodes and started going. So if you want it prettier, yeah, I could rip everything down, but I thought you'd want to sit back and watch that. Thank you very much. All right, well, let's make this happen. That's 15, 15. That's going to be some stacks of 3. I always end up going the wrong direction. Missing concrete. I was missing something. What do you need? Because I know you're suffering. You need 45 a minute. This guy's pumping out 30 a minute. Now, if I want an exact number, you can come over here, highlight this. I want him to pump out 45 a minute, which is going to bump it to 150. But I wouldn't have to sit there and like try and find the sweet spot. That's my point there. So let's go ahead and grab you, you, and you. All right. I don't care about the grass right now. Stupid grass. Okay. There's 3. Forgot, now I can jump all the way on top. Now that I can jump higher, I can actually get up to new heights. All right, and now let's split it again. Up. Oh, change to that. Then I grab foundations and do a ramp down. A little finicky to do that. One, 2, and the dreaded 3. We can grab another splitter. Do right there. Put you right on the edge. And then these 2 guys. Well, maybe I ought to do the merger down there. We'll do. Whoop. Got a merger here. And for you, did I use one? Yeah, I did use one. It's hard to see what height you're going to on these, so it's easier to just come up here and do that. Whoops. 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 Oh, okay, if it was not totally wackadoodle, it would be better. If we do that. Spaghetti. All right. Boom, 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 boom. This is more in depth than everybody anticipated, huh? For sure. Okay, I haven't even run power to anything yet. So that'll be 120. Piece of cake, piece of cake. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I think we're good there. Now I just need to... Oh, man. Missed it. Totally. All right. Then what we can do... What was that? 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12. Right? Did that perfectly, right? Yes. And then this needs 120 each. No. That was overkill. Okay. So only one line needs to be split twice. Right? 60 there, 60 there. And that's 4, 8, 12. And the other one can go... I really don't care where you go. Logistics. Split. Actually, we need a merger. Because it's easier to merge the 3 lines and then break it up once. Now there's going to be a short leg where this needs to be a tier 2 belt. So the closer it is, the better it is. But I don't like being too close. Now at this point, it gets broken from 120 into a 60 and a 60. So I don't need Mark II belts for this. So I can go there. And go there. All right. And then you, I'll deal with y'all later. Okay. So now, wait, what? No. You're not rods, you're plates. Plates, folks, plates. Glad I looked at that. So 30 to 30. Oh, say 30 to 20 and 30 to 20. So that's 40. Is that what I needed? Please tell me it was, oh man. Okay, so you guys, I need 60. I messed up back here, didn't I? Didn't I? Y'all sat there and watched. You didn't say anything. You're just waiting for me to figure it out. You're just waiting. So that's 2, 4, and then one of these is going to be plates. 6. So that's not going to get split between there and there. So you're not getting broken up. Well, at least it looks somewhat symmetrical. Normally I'm jotting stuff down on a piece of paper. As you can tell, that would have come in very handy here. Okay. that mess up all the math? It messes up all the math, doesn't it? 246. And then him by himself, he pumps out and gets 30. Just 2 of these. Oh, man. Ah! Like I said, it's not planned out. All right. Now my head hurts. 2, 4, 6. You're going there. And you are going to merge with these guys going... Heck, you could almost go straight ahead now. Now there's room. Two, 4, 6. And then you turn around. I guess I could stolen from there if I wanted to as well. Instead of ripping all that down. And then you're going to give me... $30. And that'll give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That does work out, doesn't it? Yeah, 60 a pop. Okay. Started to panic for a second there. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, it can still look ugly. That's fine. Nope. Yes, you are rods. So, 15 rods. Perfection. Man, it's like I planned it. Oh no, that ain't true. Okay. Like I said, spaghetti time. At least I don't have to go up and over. So, a lovely thing about mergers and splitters is you can actually build up and once again, they just hang in the air. They just don't care. Should be called the bouncy episode. I'm constantly jumping. Yeah, I know. That was an awesome click right there, wasn't it? There. There. And there to there. Now, how much is coming over? Right? So we have... What was that? 246? Right? So 60, 60s, 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 no problem. The screws, on the other hand, I think we already accounted for that. This is going to be 40, 40, and 40, but then that quick little jaunt there is going to be a Mark II. Mark II. Okay. Oh my goodness. I think we did it. Now, why is doing this important? I mean, you could just go bang, 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 bang away, right? Like I said before, the problem ends up being whenever you... All this stuff needs to be creating while you're doing other things. Very important. Otherwise, I know this seems slow. If I wasn't talking, I was just building stuff and not really caring because people are minorly watching me. Very minorly. Then that would be one thing. But because I'm taking the time to stop and talk, it's a different animal altogether. Pay all my resources back. You were a good idea. Until I actually thought about it. Idea. Ah. Okay, so we're going to start this guy. Well, you won't let me do that? Fine. Start from there. Go here. Player's in the way. I'm never in the way. Put this all together. Okay. Fully aware that I missed half of it. And then there we go. So all yellow lights, you're off, and that's fine. Missed one. All right. Turn this back on. Almost. That was almost a good jump. And I'm taking back my one power shard here because the waste. So once again, 120 out, 60 and 60. Get split up, 30 to 30 to 30 to 30. All those yellows should turn green. And then the black smoke rises. All right. Jump over into the smog. Constructors are going to sit here and make plates. Push them on down the lines. Oh, y'all haven't seen the lifters yet, have you? That's what they look like. I don't like how that just materializes out of thin air, but okay. That's how your lifters work. All right, and then same with the elevation change, goes down, rods to rods. Then the rods get separated between these three. Should be 10. Why are you idle? They're just startup jitters. Is that what we're doing? Startup jitters. Should go off on. Yeah, there you go. And then those lines go to these lines. Like it's building the Terminator. And then should have heavy plates coming out. Not too bad, not too bad. Not as daunting. And we could have done that a lot simpler without the power shards, because we would have knocked everything, the smelters down by 1. So it is what it is. And you notice this plate line is just stalled because it only has enough room for what it has enough room for. All right, while that's doing its thing, let's go and unlock the resource sink, since that's obviously our problem next. All right, we need rods, which we know we have a lot of because this guy is making them. Short. And then what else are we missing? Wire? Really? I'm missing a little bit of... I got wire for days up here. Remember those foundations if I want to. If you have it on zoop mode, you can just look down, make yourself a ramp. All right. Look, I'm like you. I'm majestic and I fly. My story and I'm sticking to it. So this guy should be perfectly loaded. Once he gets to 6, it'll drop back to 3. And he's going to make a lot more of that. Should have lots of silica. Good. I can make signs, which will make it easier for me to explain things. That's for sure. All right, and wire.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the Awesome Resource Sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Go awesome is correct. What we're going to do, build this out a little bit. Or what I said earlier, another way you could do this is take all, store, oh no, not store all. Store those, take all, store, and then we can destroy this. And then finish it in there. Why am I doing that? I know. You'll see. Same with this bad boy here. What we're going to do is put down a splitter. Remember what I talked about is when you destroy something like that, you have the room, it'll go in there. Where the hell did the storage box go? Oh, it went right where I was standing. So here's all the extra that couldn't fit inside of my inventory. See me panic for a minute. Like, wait a minute. That's a bug. All right. So now what we're going to do put all that in there. Take all of it except for a single stack. All right. Now we're talking about resource sinks. So we have a new thing here under special called the Awesome Shop and the Awesome Sink. Well, sink is exactly what it sounds like. Somewhere to just flush everything down the sink. So since these both are full, this is producing nothing anymore. And that one will shortly produce nothing anymore because it's almost done. What I'm going to do is go ahead and merge these two lines to make us tickets. Why do we need tickets? Because we are greedy, greedy, greedy people. That's why. So what's going to happen on this line? Well, on this one, it stopped up. So everything's coming this way, no matter what. On this one, every other one, until that leg gets stopped up, then every one is going to come this way. And that's perfectly fine. Now it's going to stop down there because we haven't given this big boy power yet. Welcome to the grinder. So to make this a little bit more efficient, I'm going to go ahead and put a Mark II belt on this. If I can afford it. I cannot. What do I need? 9 more. I'll go and grab that real quick. So what this guy does is he turns around and every item has a different value. And what he's going to do is crunch these down and it'll show you actually how many tickets you're getting per minute. So we're getting 372 per minute. And what this is going to do is actually give us these fun tickets. And once we have tickets, you can hit print coupons, and then tear it off. And now you have it in your inventory. Now, what in the world would we use this for? Well, we would use it for this totally, totally awesome shop. Welcome back. All right. So we have different things we can buy in here for different tickets. These are all the game soundtracks from over the years. You can actually put them in a boombox and walk around with a boombox. Trophies. Statues that you can put around. Well, what I'm really interested in is management, organizing. I'm interested in that to help out you watching me do this. Looks like I need quartz crystals. Oh, I need advanced steel production. Oh, and I'll need that. Okay. Oh, man, I was making all that silicone for nothing. No. Okay. I swore it was silicate in order to do it. You have lights for whenever you're inside of buildings, which is nice. But I like the management thing. I want these conveyor walls, conveyor hole floor lifts, and then these, you'll notice they're double-sided on the bottom one, the double wall outlet, Mark 1. I'll show you exactly what all that's for. The conveyor throughput will be okay, but it's basically just to help you see what's going on. Mr. Bean, you scare me so much. These are just cosmetics to where if you don't like the look of something, you can make it a different look. I bet that's what silicate's for. Foundations, you have stairs you could go up. All these different shapes. Walls, I could actually have doors, the conveyor lift doors. Normally I would do these, but the problem with those is that it's 3 holes in the side of a building. You can never use the middle one and the other 2 without it clipping horribly. So I hate that. This is pretty convenient. It's not needed. Neither is the gates. Architecture, catwalks we could get. Eventually, this was added on 1.1. That'll be elevator go uppy down. Fun, fun, fun. Equipment, of course. you can get a coffee mug.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
So we're already up to 3 tickets. We'll just let that thing do his magic. As you can see, that's stopped, and so is this. So all of that is going to go in there. Now you can left click and take a sip of coffee. Fortunately, the coffee doesn't slosh out of the cup. This is how everybody paraglides or uses a parachute, right? And look, all of that got converted. By the time I figured it out, it was all too late. Almost all too late. Nag blasted. I never use the signs because I just have a notepad with a piece of paper next to me at all times. All right, let's see. How many do we have? Yeah, look at that. I mean, what more do you want, right? That's beautiful. And the whole time we've been doing this, man, look at that. Like I said, it's very tempting to just turn around and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to not do that. But then you end up shooting yourself in the foot, essentially. Okay, so it looks like our power is about tapped out. We're at 240. Maximum consumption is 247. So if everything turned on at once, we'd be in trouble. Wonder if these ran out of power yet or not. Yeah, they're offline because they ran out of power. All right. Let's go ahead and fix these 260 lines, turning them into 120 total. Because you'll get that stagger stop, stagger stop, stagger stop. See how it stopped? That one, the left, then the right, then the left, then the right, then the left, then the right. Because they're both 60 trying to go onto a 60. But instead, if we hit 3, hit E, that if we do that, now it's going a lot faster. Now look at that. Not going to stagger as much. It's still going to give a pause, which you can see this line's still going, no problem whatsoever. It's just a visual representation at that point. And that'll increase our points per minute to 900. Keeping on, keeping on. Not bad. Not bad. All right, everybody. I think that's good enough for one show. We got the Caterium over there that we need to mess with as well. I forgot all about that. Maybe we'll mess with that next episode. I need to expand this out. I did the math on how fast this will drink the power. I mean, he's going pretty good. He's going at a good clip because we've added more and more and more. And yeah, you could add this in there, but it'll produce power, or it'll increase power, but it'll increase its usage of fuel too. So it's kind of dangerous to do. I did the math on it though. At maximum capacity at 4 per, because this guy's pumping out 4. Or I'm sorry, 60. And those, the max they'll use is 4 a minute. So 60 divided by 4 means we could have 15 of these. So I can expand this out a little bit more. So that would be 5, 5, and 5. So if I put it into a single splitter, then I could go to 5 on one side, 5 on another, 5 on another. Difficult to split. I'll have to think about that and get out a pad and paper before I just start throwing out numbers. But you kind of get the idea. Heck, if I wanted to, I could make 2 of those lines, because I'm sure this is full. Because see how everything's stopping over here. Yeah. I've got power for days, is my point. I could double this probably and still be fine if I make another one of these guys producing. All right, everybody. I'll let y'all go. Thank you for visiting. And don't forget, like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. If you have any questions, please drop a line.